straight line winds for the most part, but can do just as much damage and over a wider area than a tornado can. Just south of Clyde, if you live in these areas south of Spring Green, north of Dodgeville, that's the area of most concern. That's going to go until 9 o'clock tonight. We have been getting some significant size hail out of this, possibly up to golf ball size around Monticello. Talking about this storm in the Marquette County just a couple of minutes ago and how it was showing some rotation. Unfortunately, that has come to be true. The potential of 70-mile-an-hour winds with this system, all moving off to the east. Of course, 70-mile-an-hour winds is going to cause significant damage right around Packwaukee and moving towards Montello. We are starting to see some pretty intense rotation. Wanakee, Mount Horeb, just through the Mazomanie area along Highway 14. We are getting several reports of power outages. That's a good indication of some spinning in the atmosphere, especially in the upper levels. Right now, we have not had that tornado on the ground. You will get in on those very gusty winds of 60 to 80 miles an hour. Very ominous, very dangerous, and it would not be a terrible idea to put your tornado precautions into place. Areas that can expect to see the strongest portion of this storm as it moves off to the east at nearly 60 miles an hour. 13 states later, he has made it to Wisconsin here in Hazel Green. And we got a great crowd out. So much to do down here at Bratfest. We're having a great time cooking these brats here on the grill. And don't let the weather scare you from coming out this weekend. We head into March, warmer temperatures, and that makes the ice a little more suspect, meaning these caves can close tomorrow.
I've actually never done a dunk tank in my entire life, so this will be, I haven't. I've never been on this side of it. It's actually kind of terrifying.
We even have a goat somewhere, but I'm not sure where. Yeah, we're right here. We have a goat, and everyone is excited. Definitely causing a few problems out there. I'll do a quick measurement here to see where we're at, and right now, looks like we're about an inch. And once your belly's full, there's plenty of entertainment here. You can sit in these chairs, enjoy a nice concert, and we actually have Sue from Chicago. First Bratfest. How's a huge success so far? We've actually had a pretty decent crowd. I mean, we're going to have it all tomorrow. Thunderstorms, some snow, some rain, some sleet, some freezing rain, some fog. Just about everything will be falling at some point. There is a chance of rain each of the next 7 days from tomorrow all the way through next Tuesday, but let's not focus on that. Of course, let's focus on the good, which includes it's been ideal for those colors to start coming out. For the yellows and oranges, you need to see declining sunlight. Of course, we're seeing that. We actually have 5 current wildfires across the state, 2 of which are in our area, including Juneau and Marquette County. We're going to have a couple frontal boundaries that just meander through the Great Lakes region, really have nowhere to go and don't know where they're going. So they're going to be all over the place here as we head through the next couple of days. Well below where we should be at 77%. Of course, we got a late start to the season. Here's a gorgeous look at one of those developing. This is from Dane. Thanks to Tyler Heinzman for this photo. Looked a little ominous or a rare event, even though technically it's just the full moon with a special name. It actually got its name a long time ago because it was the first full moon in June, typically around strawberry harvest time. In return, it starts to feel very humid outside. It's no coincidence that as corn matures, our most humid days also occur. Be honest with me, how many of you actually had to turn the heat on today with highs only into the 50s and lows into the 30s? I'll raise my hand.
Weather Authority forecast.
Well, now that we are officially into June, here's what we can expect. More severe weather, well, at least on average, as we head through the springtime season. Eventually, June brings us our most active period, not only here in Wisconsin, but much of the Great Lakes region through the upper Midwest, typically when we do see the most severe thunderstorm warnings and also tornado warnings. And we will be talking about some severe weather as early as tomorrow, at least for portions of Minnesota, northwestern Wisconsin, and northern Iowa. Here in the Madison area and southern Wisconsin, I think we'll be okay. We do have a marginal risk for the western third of the area, but really I think the storms will be dying out as they head in our direction. So that is some good news in terms of severe weather as we work into the weekend. Right now, though, crystal clear skies down to 60 degrees already. The dew point very low at 52, so very pleasant out there and really no wind to speak of. So temperatures should continue falling with the calm winds and very clear skies across southern Wisconsin. 60 Madison, now down to 59 in Watertown, still 66 in both Janesville and Monroe, but already down to 52 in Camp Douglas. You better believe you will be into the 40s by early tomorrow morning, and it will be a chilly start, it looks like, as you head out the door on your Friday. Other temperatures around the region, down to 58, Wausau, Ashland down to 50, International Falls at 51. So here's the core of our cold air, or cool air as we like to call it this time of year, and that'll be settling into the Great Lakes, it looks like, as we progress through the overnight hours. Sky Tracker HD, of course, nothing but clear skies here locally. A few clouds over Lake Superior. Those will work into Canada, and then some shower and thunderstorm activity as you push through the Dakotas. This is all part of our next weather maker, but of course still several hundred miles away, meaning we're not expecting any problems as we work through the overnight hours. Should be very nice as you head to work tomorrow morning. Overnight lows, as I was mentioning, on the cool side, upper 40s to middle 50s, depending on where you are located. Coolest there will be well north of Madison, 52 for your low in Montello, 50 through the Dells, Baraboo around 50 as well, and then 54 for your low in Delvin, also 54 in the Beloit area. High pressure was in control today. It will quickly work off to the east tomorrow. A warm front will drag through early in the day. That'll bring a slight chance of a shower. Then we'll get into the warm, juicy air mass. Better chances of rain by tomorrow night and continuing into the first part of your Saturday. That's when I think a more widespread shower and storm activity will be around the area. Let's pan it out here. You can see just a few isolated sprinkles or showers early tomorrow morning. That should be in and out rather quickly. We'll be okay for most of the afternoon. By tomorrow evening, though, that's when that line of showers and storms works in our direction, and we'll keep an eye on that. Again, could be some stronger storms off to the north. 50 tonight, mostly clear, cool and pleasant. Up to 80 tomorrow, an early shower, then better storm chances by the evening and carrying into Saturday morning. Saturday's high to 78 as we will have some scattered showers, maybe a rumble of thunder around as well, and perhaps just a lingering shower come Sunday and Monday as those afternoon highs are back down into the lower 70s, at least for a couple of days. Back into the 80s, though, Wednesday and Thursday.
So I know a lot of people are probably making plans for tomorrow night.
Yeah.
A number of festivals, Festa Italia, there's Florida Hometown Days. Bring an umbrella tomorrow night.
Just in case. I think we'll be okay through sunset, but thereafter, all bets are off.
Okay.
All right. This is your Weather Authority forecast.
An active night continues across much of Wisconsin. Still have winter weather advisories as you push to the north of Madison. That includes Richland, Sauk, Columbia, Dodge County. This is where we already have between 2 and 4 inches of snow on the ground. Winter storm warnings to the north. Juneau, Adams, Marquette, Green Lake. This is where already about 3 to 6 inches of snow are on the ground. And just out of our area, blizzard warnings as you work towards Green Bay. They are expecting in excess of a foot of snow as we head through tonight and tomorrow. Now here in Madison, temperatures are still above freezing. We're starting to get a little bit of sleet mixing in, though. I just stepped outside here at the station and noticed that as temperatures are at 33. Sustained winds now northeast at 20 miles an hour. Those will gust at least 35 as we head through tonight. So if we do start to see that snow and areas to the north, you'll start to see some blowing and drifting snow as well. Check out the temperatures. Very important, as I've been mentioning all night long. Now into the 20s from Baraboo through Camp Douglas, Montello, upper 20s. It's 32 in Lone Rock, Monroe, also Watertown. So you do notice the colder air is slowly filtering down to the south, and this is going to be very important as we do track our next round of precipitation. So far, it's just been on the light variety. Snow to the north, a little bit of a mix as you move north of Madison, and then mainly rain to the south. We'll zoom in and you can see that we have some pretty steady snow as you move into Juneau and Adams County, down through the Wisconsin Dells, Partyville, all getting in on mainly snow, a little bit of sleet here and there, and then mainly rain as you work to the south of Madison and the portions of Rock and Walworth County, Janesville, Lake Geneva, seeing a little bit of sleet beginning to mix in, but this is just the beginning of what is going to be an active night. As I widen the view out here, this is where things get interesting. Check it out to the west. Iowa, northeast Missouri through the nation's heartland. Severe thunderstorms are now dying out, but we are going to get what's left over of this, and that will be some thunderstorms. Nearly 300 lightning strikes right now into eastern Iowa. And as these push in, that's when things get active, because when thunderstorms move through in this wintry atmosphere, all bets are off on precipitation. You could see some heavy snow, some heavy sleet, some heavy freezing rain. It's really hard to tell until that storm moves in. That's why I think we're going to get into some wintry weather for the entire area here as we head through the overnight hours before things change over to all snow, at least light snow, as we head into tomorrow afternoon and evening, with some additional minor accumulations still looking likely. So to recap, snow potential heaviest to the north. We've been saying that for several days. 2 to 5 inches in the advisory area, 4 to 8, maybe 10 to 12 across our far northern counties, and then a general 1 to 3 here in the south. But there's still some uncertainty, because if we get these thunderstorms that move in and produce maybe an inch or 2 an hour of snowfall, that could bump those totals a little more. If you miss out on that thunderstorm, you're likely to be closer to around an inch and still have some freezing rain potential to talk about. And again, that'll be something we'll have to keep a close eye on as we head through tonight. 31 for the overnight low, that wintry cocktail continuing. 33 tomorrow, mixed precipitation changing all over to some light snow. It looks like it will all finally push out, though, as we head into the day on Friday with a high of around 41. A little bit of sunshine should be very nice on Friday as we wind things down before we do track our next weather maker just in time for Easter weekend. It will be on the mild side, but we do have some rain, maybe a little bit of snow during the nighttime hours to track this weekend as well.
Hey, you know, then you have people visiting from out of town, and they get to experience a little of the Wisconsin early spring.
We're getting it all.
So many people heading down south can be happy that they're leaving this stuff behind to get down to their spring breaks.
A little messy.
Yeah. Thanks, Brian.